Alright, Shalom. I'd like to say Kal Halayim, Wahawadla, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, double honors the apostles, and others of great millstone and rule well. Peace and blessing to the Akim will I push this through to the four corners here, right? This brother Yaba. I say I do I'll touch on this article or so, entitled Official Jobs Report out Friday will be one of the worst ever in US history. Federal Reserve Bank boss warns after payroll company says 20.2 million roles were cut, right? And we know the job loss in America right now is up in the millions, somewhere between 20 and 30 million, and they're predicting it will be even worse, right? It said James Bullard, president of the St. Louis Fed, told CNBC the unemployment rate is going to be extremely high, adding, "We think 20% isn't unlikely, could even be higher than that." It says his stark warning came 2 days before the official monthly job figure from the U.S. Labor Department are released. Economics believe the Friday report will reveal unemployment in the U.S. at least 16%, up from 4.4% in March, right? And all these things will lead to things like what? Like famine, because without money, you can't buy food, right? And that will make more people even more dependent on the system, which we'll talk about in previous videos. This will make it easier for them to usher in things like the RFID chip, which according to the scripture is the mark of the beast. Because if people don't have money to buy food, then they have to do whatever they have to do to be able to eat, all right? Bullard added, you've also got this PPP program, which has encouraged firms to keep their workers on their payroll even though they are not doing that much business. It's not surprising. It's a pandemic. It's a shutdown situation. In November last year, President Trump gloated about a blowout job creation record. Trump tweeted, "Great job report." But the Wednesday report from payroll company ADP showed the tragic depth and scale of job loss that left no part of the world's largest economy unscathed, right? So this is something going on all around the world, even here in Trinidad and Tobago. You have a lot of people right now who are applying for unemployment grants and all these different things. You understand? Not everybody will be affected by it, but the majority of the people are affected by these things, right? It said the losses will likely continue through May, with a recovery in hiring likely to begin in the months that follow. It said this is one for the record books. It says Zandi said. The good news is that we're at the apex of job loss, but they're saying that it could even get worse than this, because we don't know what these elites planning, which ultimately we don't know what the Lord planning, because the Lord who just put it into the minds of these elites, right, to be able to do these things, right? They say the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. He's the one that actually controlling them to take these things in steps and to go about doing it how it is they're doing it, because they have to fulfill his will, right? They say even though Zandi expects hiring to resume in June, they say as states ease lockdowns, he cautioned that it will be a slog over several years to recover all the jobs lost in April. So you say it would take a long time, right? Or you say over several years to recover all the jobs lost in April. So the amount of jobs that was lost They predicting for everything to actually go back to normal or some kind of normalcy. It will take years. That all that damage in just 2 to 3 months actually caused. It said the private industry report comes 2 days ahead of the official monthly job figures from the U.S. Labor Department. According to ADP, the leisure of hospitality sector shed 8.6 million workers last month. It's a trade, transportation, and utilities let 3.4 million people go. Construction firms cut nearly 2.5 million jobs. They say while manufacturers let go of roughly 1.7 million people. And that is just for now, because you'll see these manufacturers and these suppliers talking about it have nobody to buy the products and so forth. So eventually they will start cutting more and more jobs because, the workers irrelevant. You understand? Or redundant, as they say in the business industry. The situation will be redundant because they don't need them to work if it have nobody to actually buy the products. So all of this is something that will continue gradually. For who knows, as long as the Lord will, right? It said the healthcare sector cut 1 million jobs, but education services eked out a gain of 28,000, as colleges and universities do not appear to have forced significant layoffs that could come later this year. Right, and look, they have a little chart here. Initial jobless claims, new unemployment claims reach record high. Right, and these things may just get worse. So they say more than 30 million Americans have now lost their jobs in the 6 weeks since the coronavirus outbreak began, as the US economy slides further into a crisis that is becoming the most devastating since the 1930s. Right? Now we know all these things has been planned. You understand? They create this pandemic and try to make it look like, it's so bad, and when they already drop the statistics, they're showing that corona, the amount of people that it kills is just as much as what the flu or certain other diseases. Certain other diseases even actually kill more people than the corona kill. But we know all of this is an agenda. But we know that things will get worse. All these things is just be strategically planned in order to usher in certain things. And this will have a big part to play in what? In famine and in controlling the people, because the less jobs it have, the less people could work, which is also prophecy. Okay, the scriptures say what? Say, I can't remember what Isaiah is that now. Say there'll be no work in Egypt. I don't remember exactly. I know the one in Ecclesiastes, but I forget the one in Isaiah. I don't use it often. Oh, I got the one in Ecclesiastes. I forget where the one in matter of fact, let me Google it. I want that one. Isaiah 19. I just keep forgetting that. The other. Isaiah 19, right? Isaiah 19. I'll start from 14, right? They said the Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Right? And right now in Egypt, it have nothing good. Nothing good in Egypt. The only thing good in Egypt is the like it have nothing else good in Egypt. The food not good, the air not good, the water not good, the people you had to mingle with not good, the laws not good. There is nothing good in Egypt besides the like. Right? Right? They say, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth. Why this thing come back on? I thought I paused. So like yeah, the pause notifications. Yeah. Right? They say as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Because that's how the people in Egypt are. You understand? For those who have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, they can see things clear and they go about things with wisdom. But everybody else, you can see that they're drunk. Their mind is in a mess. You understand? They're lost, drunken with these philosophies. It said, neither shall there be any work in Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right? So the scriptures talk about there having no work in Egypt, right? And you're seeing that job loss taking place. The scriptures say what all prophecy of the scriptures must be fulfilled. So when you're seeing scriptures like job loss, and you're seeing people actually losing the jobs by the millions, what is one of the other things? What is one of the other precepts you go think to yourself? Famine, because the scriptures talk about famine also. People will starve. Scriptures talk about people eating their own children. You understand? All these things is things to look for. Why? Because we in these times. People might still think that might be somewhere far off, but there are people already in situations right now that they have absolutely nothing to eat. I was even watching it on news today, and a woman was saying that the way she waiting for the grants from the government, and she says she bills reach up to the thousands, and all she have is 200 in she bank account. You understand? So she one step away from eating somebody. She one step away from eating somebody. That is how easy it is for the Lord to bring it to a high place or to bring it to a low place. People just feel it is something that is take a long period of time or is something difficult. But the Lord could do these things in an instant. Alright? And we see in these prophecies playing off. Anyway, I hope it's edifying. With that I say, Shalom.